we got? 99.8. Not bad. So what is this? This is called a dynamometer. Hard to pronounce, easy to use. What is this thing good for? It's a measure of your grip strength. And so you might be wondering, why is grip strength important? Well, guess what? Grip strength might actually be one of the best indicators of your overall health. And it is something that is often very overlooked when it comes to assessing people's health status. A question that I get all the time is like, how do I know if I'm healthy? And if you go out in the medical world, traditionally measures like BMI, body mass index, your weight, and other risk factors involving, smoking, family disease, blood work, right? These are going to be metrics that one can use to determine health. But there's a question of like, what is something that you can do at home so quickly, so easily, so simply that is going to actually be a measure of how healthy is your body? Well, guess what? Grip strength is actually one of these measures. There is an emerging amount of research around grip strength when it comes to mortality, longevity, even things like cognitive ability or cognitive decline seem to be related to grip strength. Let me cite just one study. This was a very big epidemiological study of 140,000 people from 17 countries. And it was a prospective study, which means that they enrolled all of these people and then they followed them year after year after year. One of the things that they measured, was grip strength. And guess what? 4 years later, they looked at who in this study had passed away. And they found that grip strength, was not only correlated with those people who died, but it was actually a predictive factor, right? They found that grip strength was inversely associated with all-cause mortality, meaning that, the weaker your grip strength, the more likely you were to die. Pretty interesting results, right? So I think this research, along with other research that I've read, has confirmed that grip strength is a valuable predictor of mortality. It's a predictor of other things like how long you're going to stay in the hospital after a surgery. It's a predictor of physical and psychological functioning. They found in older adults, people with stronger grip strength were less likely to experience cognitive decline. So, what do we gather from all this? Grip strength, is a really appealing, simple, quick, and inexpensive way of getting a measure of your health status and perhaps stratifying your risk for certain disease, especially cardiovascular death. Right? So, what are the next steps? Well, I want to be clear that further research is needed to really kind of figure out, well, what exactly is the relationship between grip strength and longevity? It seems like a large part of it has to do with just maintaining a certain amount of muscle mass, especially as you get older, right? There's something called sarcopenia, which means that age-related muscle loss happens, which reinforces the importance of staying physically active and especially engaging in some form of muscular resistance training. I think there's also a big neurological component here, right? Your central nervous system is very important in driving the ability to contract muscles and express that grip strength. So when your grip strength starts to change, this can be a sign that something deeper in your nervous system is also shifting, which might explain some of the connections between grip strength and cognitive ability. Right? So we still need a lot more studies to figure out kind of the relationship between grip strength and longevity. That's not totally well understood, right? And the relationship between grip strength and cognitive decline also remains kind of unclear. But what we do know is that grip strength can predict, these changes that are happening in your body, perhaps earlier on than some of these other metrics, right? When we think about the current wearables that are on the market, things that are going to measure your heart rate, your steps, your weight, these are all fantastic. I think that there should also be a measure of grip strength. When you can get this as a daily measure and establish a baseline, you can begin to see if there is any deviations from your normal grip strength. This can be an early warning sign for you that maybe you're getting sick, or maybe there's some sort of disease progression happening in your body that you might not have otherwise been able to capture, looking at some of these other things. So, What's the takeaway here for you? Is that grip strength is a cheap, easy, simple, fast, reliable indicator, right, of changes in your body that could be impacting your health. If you want to know how healthy you are, measuring your grip strength can be one really easy way to do that. Right? And what I want to do is I just want to help you stay on top of the latest research, the health trends, but importantly, I want to help you understand the research that is out there, separating fact from fiction, and helping you have all the right tools and knowledge to take control of your own health. So, until next time, this is Jeff Siegel. Breathe, smile, and go squeeze something.